Let's say something, yeah?
Yes.
Uh,
Hey, JD.
JD.
JD is in the house. Why is it not
Well, I don't know.
showing me started? Hold on. Okay. Yes, the sound is okay. Yes.
Hi,
So,
Alice.
hi, Alice. So the sound is working. Yes. Hi, everyone. Thank you for joining. So we really wanted to go live with Orrin and Orson because we've already had a conversation about the boys in our previous lives, which were not related. So we thought it'd be a good idea to dedicate a live to Orrin and Orson West because you guys have been asking questions anyway. So here we are. There is, well, not quite an update, but some new information. And Bakersfield Chief of Police Greg Terry was actually interviewed by KGAT News. I believe that it's a sort of like a local news station, and it's possible that they are tracking this case because they've been at it from the beginning. And the new chief of police was interviewed. Now, if you guys are not aware, Bakersfield took over from Cal City for the investigation. And the reason they did that is because, based on the facts they have and the circumstances around the case, they felt that it's much better for them to take over the investigation. As they said, they'll probably be focusing more on Bakersfield area because the boys are from there and the family is also from there. So at the moment, they are working on some leads, as it seems. So the boys do have the historical connection to Bakersfield, like I just mentioned. As it stands right now, there are no new suspects.
Sorry.
Okay, you need to go.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, sorry guys. So as it stands right now, there are no suspects. There are a lot of persons of interest, but no suspects so far. It seems that they have already interviewed the family members, adoptive from the adoptive family side, and also extended family. They've also, it seems, interviewed some sex offenders and some other individuals which they didn't disclose. And as it stands off right now, the adoptive parents and also the immediate adoptive family and the extended family, they are cooperating with the police. They have been questioned on several occasions. And this also includes the siblings of Orrin and Orson West. So everybody is part of their questioning and interviews. And I know that we are all waiting for new updates on this, for where they are standing with the investigation. But the chief of police was very clear when he said that they will not be releasing any information so that it doesn't damage the investigation. So I think that we are waiting and we will still be waiting until something concrete from their side emerges before they actually go public. The only way that they will go public with leads or evidence that they have is only if it would put the public and the community in any kind of danger. Other than that, they will not be releasing anything they have right now, which it's a bit telling, if I'm honest, because I honestly think that they are working on something. And I honestly think that apart from the historical connection to Bakersfield of Orrin and Orson West, I do think that Bakersfield police took over because they definitely know more than they are saying. Hi, TJ Cook. Thank you so much for joining. Alice is saying, I'm so glad somebody is modding. Thanks, Jay. It's hard to talk and push comments through, so it takes a while sometimes. Yes, thank you, Jay, for modding and for offering your services of being a mod. Is really appreciated. I don't think we will be seeing Mohammed again because he's been joining the last few lives and he's not talking about whatever we are talking about. What else? What else? Oh, yes. Rosanna Wills, which is the cousin on the biological family side, she was also interviewed, and she does say that she wished Bakersfield police would have taken over the investigation sooner than they did because they have much more resources than Cal City police, and those can be used for the investigation, including the search dogs and all sorts of things that they have. Obviously, they are a bigger police force, so they have more resources. And she has been making, Rosanna Willis, she has been making banners and sending them out. And also, it seems that a woman from Bakersfield paid her to make around 200 banners to send out. And they already sent out almost 100 banners in the state, and 15 of those are going outside the state. One also is going internationally in Canada, as she was mentioning. For the moment, there are 4 billboards put up all around Kern County. And also, there is a 5th billboard which has been put up over the weekend in Lancaster by Duty Ron, the YouTuber. I'm quite sure, guys, if you are following the case Orrin and Orson, you've heard of Duty Ron. And if you haven't heard, please go out and check his channel. Duty Ron, he is in the US. I believe that he is in New York. And he is an ex-police officer, I think an ex-detective, and he's been following this case. He is the one who actually put up a billboard over the weekend in Lancaster, and he also contributed to reward money. He started off with $2,000 and he increased the amount to $3,000. So as it stands right now, the reward amount is $123,000, which I really hope that it will help in someone coming forward. Let's see the comments here. Alice, everything they go public with is just fluff. They release things only if it helps the investigation. Yes, yes, and in a way, you know, you need to agree with that because they wouldn't want to do anything to damage their investigation. So we are in the dark, and we will keep on being in the dark until they have maybe a suspect or something. But they won't be releasing any info, that's for sure. Ms. Jansky, I'm convinced the boys never left Bakersfield, and that's why BPD have taken over. I completely agree with you. I think the same. I think that they say because of the historical connection that they just say like that. But I think that the real reason behind it is that they probably found something in Bakersfield, which leads them to believe that they've never left Bakersfield. Obviously, they will not be confirming this, but it seems this way. And also, they put out a public notice saying that anyone who was in contact with the boys for 1 year, so they are going behind for 1 year in any sort of context, that they should contact them. So again, this makes me think that they do know. They do know quite some things which they are not releasing. Alice, Miss J makes sense because the FBI is lending resources already, so about more than money. Yes, and again, if you mention the FBI, I think that if it would have been just a simple case of a missing child, missing children, I don't think the FBI would get involved in it from the beginning. of the investigation. They basically got involved. I believe it was in the same night when Orrin and Orson West went missing, or it was the same the next day. But in a case of a missing child, they don't really get involved unless they already have some things going on in the area, and it could make it part of their already ongoing investigation. Wow, that's a nice idea. I've seen his channel, I think, before. Yes, it's a lovely idea, and it's really nice what he did. He is Duty Ron. I'll just write it down here in the comments if you guys want to check out his channel. I am already subscribed to him. He seems really nice. And he usually talks about the police side of the investigation. So in a way, he does agree that the police are not releasing info so it doesn't damage their investigation. He used to work, so he's quite familiar. Sure, Alice, no worries. I think that he's posting every day or maybe every 2 days. I'm not quite sure. So, what do you guys think about the woman that gave money to Rosanna Wills, the biological cousin? She gave money for her to make and send out 200 banners. I wonder who that woman is. I mean, 200 banners, that sounds like quite some money there. Alice is saying, I'm getting nervous about the boys' case because it's slowing up. I haven't heard about the banners. She gave it to the mom or police. She didn't give it to the mom or the police. So the biological cousin, she received money from a woman to make some banners and give them out, as in send them out to people. I'm not exactly sure how they are doing that. It's possible that they have a page or something like that, and they send this out. I don't know if she's selling them or just sending them, because in the interview it wasn't very clear what's going on. But what is clear is that she is the one who is making them, not making them physically, but getting them made and sending them out to people in the state, outside of the state, and also internationally. They were not given to the police. Oh, she gave money to mom or the police, not to the mom, to the cousin from the biological side. JD, are you at work at the moment? So you're working, you're delivering. JD, dangerous. Yes, be careful. I'm sure you know. Yes, I completely agree with you, Alice. You shouldn't be typing and listening whilst driving. Hi, Ria. Thank you so much for joining. If I had lots of money, I would want to help in so many cases, but would not want the publicity, so would do it anonymously or ask for my ID to be kept secret. Yes, that is, yes, of course, that is an option as well. It might just be that I'm getting suspicious for no reason. This has been happening since I started this YouTube channel and getting into true crime. I'm getting suspicious over everything. Okay, JD, drive safe anyway on your way home. Miss Jansky is replying to Alice. I think it only seems like things are slowing up. I believe there's life going on behind the scenes. Yes, there must be. There must be. It seems probably that it's slowing up because it's been such a long time. From December up to now, we are already in March, and we are still none the wiser from the start of the investigation. So, from our point of view, it does seem like it's slowing up. But I think that the fact that Bakersfield police took over the case speaks volumes, really. Alice is replying to Jay, my husband travels too. I can't believe he hasn't caught anything. Good immune system. Oh, that reminds me of what we went through in March last year, just at the beginning of this situation. I'm not going to mention the name because I almost lost my YouTube channel thanks to a video where I was talking about this. But it was last year in March, just when everything went public, sort of. And I had an appointment at a hospital, and it was around 4 days or 5 days after my appointment, I've heard in the news that the same hospital had cases of this. And then me and my husband, we both got sick, and I think that we had it. This was last year in March when testing was still not available. It was horrendous. It was horrible, to say the least. We could barely breathe. And at one point, we were thinking, hold on a minute, we are both so sick. We don't have anyone here, any family, no one, nothing. What is going to happen with the kids? Because we felt so sick that we actually wanted to go to the hospital, but then we were thinking about the kids. What is going to happen with them? But luckily, we took loads of medicines and cold medicines, and we got better. But it was a horrible experience. JD is saying, thanks guys, nice to know we have a small family on Cast channel. Let's share on everyone's social media to make awareness. Now we got rid of all the trash on this channel. Much love guys to you all. Thank you so much, JD. Yes, I really love our little family here. When I go live, and me and my husband both, when we go live, we feel like we are talking to family. So it really is. Yes, I really appreciate you guys being here. I am also trying to share wherever I can. I'm hoping that we will be able to raise awareness, because I think that the more people see, the better it is, and it opens new. I'm also sharing on Reddit, on Facebook. I'm in a lot of Facebook groups. So basically everywhere where I think I should. I have also contacted quite a few YouTube channels to do lives together. I'm still waiting to hear back from them. Ria is saying, I'm not surprised there are so many freaks and geeks and funnies out there, and you are, due to speaking out, one of their targets. Always be careful. I am always trying my best, if you are referring to me. Don't worry, I came across a lot of those, especially on Facebook and on Twitter. And let me tell you one thing, they are vile because they are behind a keyboard, and it's just disgusting to think of another human being talking as they do behind a screen and a keyboard, like they call it keyboard warriors. But if they would be in front of you, they would never talk to you like that. And that's why, in a sense, social media is really bad. Alice is saying, thank God you're better. I saw today about the kids with forever. I'm not going to mention that. One can't read or write anymore. He forgot how. Many still can't catch their breath. No dog can help. We still have. Well, that's really really bad about the kids. I've read that as well. It's horrible. But about the breathing problems, yes, we still have it even now, the breathing problems, and we realize that we just don't breathe the same as we did before, doing the same things. So, and sometimes you even have like a really, really bad pain, which feels like something is pushing on your lungs. And even now, after so much time, after so long. Yes, Ria, I completely agree. I agree. I have no idea what they earn from this. I have no idea why they are doing this. What are they thinking they will get from it? I have no idea. But it seems that the more you reply and the more you try to defend yourself, it just makes it worse. So I just, you know what I'm doing? I'm just ignoring them because then they just stop. They reported similar things. I think you had it. I also think I had it. Like I said, I had before, quite some time ago, especially when I was little, I was very prone to getting colds. And over the years, I still got really bad colds. I even had the flu at one point, and always I was really, really sick when I had a cold. But this one, it felt completely different to any sort of cold I ever had. And it was just, it was honestly was the only time when I was so scared, and me and my husband both, because we were split into what should we do. We didn't feel well enough to try and go by day and the normal daily activities, but we also didn't want to go to the hospital because we were thinking, what if they put us in the hospital for 1-2 weeks, then what's going to happen to the kids, because we don't have absolutely anyone here. But it's gone, but there are still side effects from it, that's for sure. They are baiting me, and not only that, but there was a particular Facebook group where the creator of the group, for some reason, he targeted me. I have no idea why. He shared my video on his group because he knew that as soon as he shares my video, he will instigate everybody else in the group to bully me and to insult me and things like that. And it wasn't even about my video, it was about me as a person. And he kept on going and going and going. And the funny thing is that his group and all the comments were reported to Facebook and nothing happened. None of them broke the policies, although it was bullying, it was insults and all these kind of things. So you can't even rely on Facebook, for example, on social media to actually help you out when something is really happening that you report. Yeah, I stopped doing that. I stopped doing that because I've seen that there's no point. There is a saying in my language. I'm not sure if there is a similar saying here, but they say that whoever stops first in an argument is the smartest one. I don't know what is the equivalent in English, in the English language, but that's how it goes in mine. I just translated it. So whoever stops first is the smartest. So well, it is how it is, and also legally, there's not much that can be done about online bullying either, because there's no law or regulation in place. Miss Jansky, I've spent many months chilly, but have had my first jab now, so I feel less worried. How did you feel after having it? Yeah, Stuart, they are losers, and Facebook is so wrong to not react. If people cannot attack your opinion, they start talking you personally. Yes, exactly. You are right. That's exactly what happened. That's exactly what happened. But even now, if I'm honest, it's still happening. And this started in October last year, in October 2020, and to this day, it's still happening. I am not following any of these things. However, I do have a lot of people on Facebook who are sending me messages with screenshots. But I just ignore them because there's no point. Hi, Wendy Rowland. Thank you for joining. Professor Dolores Cahill and Dr. Judy Mikovic said it's going to kill millions. I honestly, I had a video made on this same subject, but I almost lost my YouTube channel because of it, and because YouTube took my video down, saying that my video wasn't even live; it was only on the platform. The video was set to private, so no one had access to it. However, YouTube still considered that I am spreading misinformation, so they took my video down completely from the platform, and I also got a violation on my channel. So if I get another violation, my channel will be taken down. So that's why even I stopped talking about this, because I don't want to lose my channel over something which apparently you don't have freedom of speech to talk about. Some people are concerned about the long-term effects of it, though. But like I said, I can't talk much about it because I'm at risk of losing my channel. So yeah, that's that. Are you guys following by any chance AB Watchman on his YouTube channel? You know, also going back to Orrin and Orson West, the chief of police was mentioning that they even interviewed the sex offenders. I mean, I would be really curious to know who they interviewed in terms of sex offenders. Do they think that maybe somehow related to it, to being kidnapped by someone for child abuse? Alice is saying that's so insane. The things YouTube permits then for them to complain about that. Well, yeah, that's what they did, and I was very surprised myself because my video was not public. It was just on the platform because I just wanted to keep it safe somewhere just in case. But it was private, so nobody could have access to it. And I even appealed the decision, and they said that their decision still stands. It's still classed as misinformation. So I'm just going to stay away from this kind of controversial things from now on, because as you can see, apparently you can't really express your opinions. Alice is saying, I've seen AB Watchman Next Door Neighbors videos and a couple of others. Yes, AB Watchman is also almost every single day, boots on the ground. It's really appreciated what he is doing. He's dedicating his entire time to trying to find out what happened with the boys. Hi, Christine Marie. Hey, JD. Okay, drive safe. When he comes back, I don't know if Caleb will let him come back. Hopefully, he will. Yes, I am looking. I actually even opened an account there, but I still haven't posted anything on there. But I was thinking to I was thinking to keep an account on BitChute to upload some videos on there just in case as a backup. Christine is saying, I think them interviewing the sex offenders around the area is a protocol. Oh, okay. Yeah, that might be the case as well. Although Cal City Police didn't do that, though. Well, unless they did it without saying anything, but yes, yes, I know, but my video was around 1 hour long, so it wouldn't be the length. It would be too long for TikTok. But I'll look at alternatives anyway, because sometimes you don't even know what you can and you can't talk about. If you look at the policies and rules from YouTube, you try to follow everything, but something happens and boom, you don't even know you broke any policies there. Oh yes, yes, Miss Jansky, you didn't. It seems that you didn't reply. You didn't write anything in the comment to Alice. No. Rumble. I haven't heard of Rumble. I'll actually just write it down. I'll check it out. You see, I'm also thinking about Sonia Polton on YouTube. Did you guys hear? Do you guys, before I say what happened with Sonia Polton, do you guys follow her? Sonia Polton on YouTube. It might have gone to, hold on, I'll check it as well because it might be that your comment is being held by YouTube. Even the mention of the jab, it will probably, the bot will probably do something to approve it or. Yes, it is held. Your message is held. No, it's not. It's not from me either. So unless he didn't post for some reason. They took some people I subscribe to for some reason and they blocked me from putting links. You know what? I've actually heard that before. There were a few viewers of mine who were trying to share some links with me, even in the comments. And I think that one of them was TJ Cook, and I didn't get any links. I don't know what's going on with them. I have no idea. Yes, Sonia Polton is on there. I know, I know. I wanted to say about her YouTube channel because did you guys, not about her YouTube channel, but about what is happening with her legally? Did you guys hear that she had a lawsuit against her from the government or some MPs because of allegations of pedophilia in the government? She was trying to expose them. I know that a couple of months ago they were still doing videos together. I'm not sure what happened there. I don't know. Who is defending them? Is it Sean? I thought that he would be of the opinion that they were involved. I was watching a couple of his videos as well. You are TJ Cook. It's horrible, isn't it? And even now, after so long, they took a judgment on her not to release the YouTube video. Yes, yeah, something in the lines of that. Yes, but I believe that she still has her video on YouTube. Last time I checked, I'm not sure if she has it now. Alice is saying, oh, every time people try to expose these pedophile rings, bad things happen to them. Yes, exactly. Because, you know, it's because there are a lot of high profile people involved, including from the government. It's possible that royals as well. And that's one of the reasons that I think why they want to make it legal, as in call it a sexual orientation rather than an offense, because there are a lot of people out there, high profile, the elite, and all sorts of things, which are doing these things. So that's why they are looking to make illegal somehow, being a part of the LGBTQ community or something like that, which is completely ridiculous. They're saying Sean was caught up in some scandal and was shunned by many. I had no idea. I had no idea. I am really not following in so much depth other YouTubers, because usually when I make my video, especially on Madeleine McCann, I just don't want to get influenced by anyone else's opinions. I like to form my own. So that's why I'm not usually following YouTubers who are making videos on Madeleine McCann. So we are always derailing from our subject of conversation, but something I wanted to ask you, going back to the boys, Orrin and Orson West, why do you think that the judge was so quick in removing the boys from the biological mother and placing them in the care of Jacqueline and Trezell? because to me it seemed like it was a really quick process, and it also seems like the biological mom had a court date and the boys were put into foster care even before the court date, so the judge didn't really give her a chance to try and get back the boys. And we know that usually social services, they are trying to work hard with families for reunification, to try and reunite them, so sort of like a rehabilitation process. Alice, I don't know Wendy Isaac. I don't know who it is. I reported. I'm also giving my opinion, and I'm in Facebook jail, meaning I can't post or share for 2 weeks. I have been there before, and when I went in Facebook jail, it was very interesting how it happened. Again, I found something suspicious about it. So I am, if I'm talking about Madeline McCann, I am in over 50 Facebook groups on Madeline McCann, where I always used to share my videos as soon as I would post them on YouTube. And out of all those groups, there was only one group which didn't approve my video. And after a couple of minutes, after they declined my video post, Facebook put me in jail. So someone on that particular group reported my video and I went to jail. Yet when I did the same thing to others, they didn't go to jail, to Facebook jail. So again, it's very strange. Money, they were easy to adopt out, yes. Which might mean that there is much more to this story than just a simple disappearance, as they are still claiming. Alice is saying they work hard for unification unless they think they have a way to adopt them out. They have to give the judge a reason. The pot was enough for this particular judge, and the adoption is how they get the money, I assume you were going to say. It's it's very sad, really. It's very sad. And then again, it's another thing with Trezell and Jacqueline West. They didn't have any income. Even the purchase of that house in Cal City is suspicious because they didn't have any income. And how were they able to prove to anybody that they have the income to buy a house, to get a mortgage, or whatever they needed to do? I mean, here it's almost impossible to get a mortgage, even if in the family there are two working people with say minimum wage. Those people will never be able to get a mortgage on that minimum wage. Yet this Trezor and Jacqueline West, she didn't have any job. He was selling beets, which was not even a registered company, so he didn't declare his income to anyone. So how could they prove that indeed they could afford to get a mortgage? How did they even get a mortgage? It's really, really strange here. Honestly, I don't really buy the story of the realtor that she was the one who borrowed money, because somebody doesn't just borrow money when they know you for a couple of months, only because they feel bad that the transaction took a very long time, longer than expected. I don't know, something is really off here. Wendy saying he was a child actor. He made a few videos exposing Tom Hanks, Oprah Winfrey, and Steven Spielberg as a pedo. Said he was in no way suicidal, then ended up dead. Right. I didn't hear of that. So who ended up dead? Isaac? Is he the one who ended up dead? See, in this kind of cases, pedophiles, child abuse in general, and people who are trying to expose them, like you mentioned, there there will always be something which will stop those people from going any further, which is very scary. And Sonia Polton, when she took that on, she was very brave to do so, but you can definitely see what they are trying to do to her now. Ria is saying the West had fostered the boys and perhaps the judge felt they would be better being adopted by the West, although I still think they are or were not suitable adoptive parents. I don't think they were suitable adoptive parents either, but it's possible that because they already had the foster kids, then it was an easier process for them. The thing that I'm not getting is how were they able to get a mortgage? I have no idea. Alice is saying the realtor made 10 times more money when the house closed than she owed him. I believe her. Well, well, yeah, actually, that you put it this way is sort of, yeah, it does make sense because they get the percentage from the sale. I didn't think of that really. Yeah, that can be true. Oh yeah, because they make a percentage of the sale. I forgot about that. Yes, I get it. That's why she was not. That's why she was saying that she didn't really expect Rizal to pay her back the monthly installments or however he decided to pay her back, and she didn't expect when he did pay her back. But I don't think that he paid her back all of the money at once. I'm not sure. No, there were quite a few payments. I remember I was reading about it. I never heard of Tom Hanks to be a pedo. I mean, also, I'm not really getting, I don't really want to get involved in creating videos and doing research on this particular theme because it's just, I don't want to, make problems, give myself problems unnecessary and headaches. And also, I am already covering Madeleine McCann case, which is already quite controversial. And if my channel gets bigger and my views are increasing on the Madeleine McCann video, I do honestly think that someone will try to take some action against the content I have or me because of the videos I make around Madeleine McCann. I'm expecting that, if I'm honest, I am expecting that. But at the moment, the channel is still relatively small, so it's not getting a lot of exposure to raise bells for other people who are still scanning the internet around this. Did the mother have a boyfriend? Maybe someone with a record. The biological mother, as far as I'm aware, I think that she did have a boyfriend when when the boys were taken away from her, but I'm not sure if the boyfriend had a record or not. I don't really think at this point they are watching me. Probably they haven't found me yet. But I am quite sure that there will be a point when someone will do something. I'm not talking about any dangers, but as in legally. Ria is saying one of the boys is deaf, and so that is more money. Plus, the money for fostering and adopting would perhaps be taken into consideration. for a mortgage. I still think there is fraud involved. I do think there is fraud involved as well. Yes, and if one of the boys has a disability, they get $5,000. So normally the basic amount they would get is $1,000 for the adoptive for one adopted or fostered kid, and if one of the kids has a disability, then they would get $4,000 on top of the 1,000. So one of them definitely would get $5,000. It might be that they took that into account, the income from fostering and adopting. That money wouldn't count towards a mortgage. I honestly have no idea. I don't know. Otherwise, how did the mortgage go through? I have no idea. I don't know. I don't know. It's just so strange. Alice is saying to Ria, I didn't know about the deafness. I wonder if that tripped off Trezel's drug rage, anger. I feel confident he was on extreme uppers. Well, I've heard, I was not aware about the deafness either. However, I did hear in various places that one of the boys had a disability, but I didn't know what the disability was. So it seems that JD is not back yet. Wendy is saying, I believe they were gone before they moved. Yes, I completely agree with you. And I also believe that the reason why they moved from Bakersfield to Cal City was to lose the trail, really. The Trizell told the realtor that he wants to move in a remote area to get off the grid, but his reasons were that he wants to get he's into holistic things, or is that how he called them? Yeah, and he wants to sort of farm the land or whatever and live off the land, all these kind of stories. Alice is saying, bet he falsified where the money comes from. I have no idea, and I don't know how you can falsify, how it works. I don't know. I mean, it seems that in the US you can falsify a lot of things, but I don't know. I'm either getting that from the movies or it's real that it's easier than the UK as a comparison. JD is back with us. I'm here just having chicken curry and rice with my dinner. I love chicken curry. We love chicken curry. My husband cooks chicken curry. Miss Jensky, they fostered the boys for a while, then adopted them. Yes, they fostered them for a while. And I think that before they fostered them, they had another foster mom, and they were developing a very nice relationship with the foster mom. And the foster mom was really, really upset when she found out they went missing. And it seems that the foster mom was also in a very good relationship with the biological mom, as far as I understand. Alice is saying holistic methamphetamine. Do you think that they were using drugs, or do you think that only Trezel was using drugs? Alice is replying to Miss Jensky, and that was the fam's only income. Yes, that was the fam's only income. That's why it's very surprising to me that they managed to get a mortgage, because the mortgage is not so easy to get. There's a lot more money that you need apart from the actual mortgage for to be accepted for the mortgage. There's also legal costs and so many other things. Alice is saying both for sure. It's a paranoid type of drug. People cut their kids' heads off on this drug when they hallucinate. For God's sake, why are people using these drugs? I have no idea, especially when they have kids. I never came across anyone being on drugs, on heavy drugs as such, but I remember that I used to work in a hotel in reception in London, and there was this guy who came in, and before him, I've never seen anyone on drugs or withdrawal from drugs. I'm not quite sure what he had or what he used, but when he came in, he was so frantic and he was sweating and his voice was shaking and he just couldn't stand in one place and he was like panicking. And honestly, that really scared me off. And I was alone in that hotel apart from the guests. And I was thinking, what can I do in this situation? Because there's no one here. So I was trying not to show that I'm panicked and I was trying to help the guy. Luckily he just left, but honestly, his behavior just seemed to be to me like he was on drugs and he was sort of getting ready for the next dose, but he didn't have it, like withdrawal symptoms. It was really scary, scary, scary. TJ Cook, the head ties both Rizal and Jacqueline parents worked or work for CPS. Yes, yes, I've heard this before, and I think that you've mentioned this before. Then this would make it probably easier for them to adopt the kids and go through the process much quicker. Because, like I said in the previous videos, if one of the parents worked for CPS, and if this is a part of a trafficking ring of some kind, then obviously you would need that connection in CPS. Apart from the judge, you need the CPS as well, someone to work in CPS and also someone to work in the police. Alice is saying, I've listened to the 911 calls. This seems to be the only one or main one that makes people violent to their kids. Right. Did you listen to the 911 call that Trezel made? I don't think I've listened to that. Miss Jansky, I'm so sorry for your loss. I really am. Drugs are just horrible. Alice is saying, Kat, now imagine that guy with kids. He'll look normal when he comes down again, but then be around the kids when he gets high behind closed doors. Yes, yes, you are right. And also, maybe you don't even know what triggers them when they are high on drugs, and maybe the kids did something which triggered his hallucinations or rage or whatever in that particular moment. It's usually also very surprising to think that a parent would harm their children, yet it happens in so many situations and in so many cases. Because I have just, for example, I am working on the content for the White Farmhouse murders, and I'm not sure if you've been in my other live where I mentioned this. Although a lot of people are saying that Sheila couldn't have killed her kids and her parents and then committed suicide, she does have a history of psychotic episodes and hallucinations, and she could very well have done it. But anyway, that video will come out next week. It will be in 3 parts because it's a lot of information out there about it. So for the next 3 weeks, I will have videos only on the White Farmhouse murders, premiering, not live. I will do lives as well separately. JD, I don't have it. I don't have it. I couldn't find any 911 call. So I don't know where it is. Alice, do you have any idea? Can you give us a link or anything like that? Did you mean that you listen to 911 calls in general, or was it the 911 call from Trizel? Because if you would hear a 911 call from someone genuinely interested, you would be able to tell the difference if they are genuinely interested or not. Usually people when they call 911 and they just discover their kids were missing, they are frantic. So yeah. Alice is saying, oh no, not Rizal, people freaking out on that drug. And the lady who said, I can't, my baby, only a little, he's fine. Oh my God, his head was off. Oh my God. That's just, that's horrendous. It is really. Why are these still being sold? I have no idea. It was calls of people on meth, not Rizal. I think somebody will need to file something to get that. I don't think that they will. Oh, hold on a second. Now that you reminded me, I remember in Cal City when when the chief of police, Ron Walker, or Walker, when chief of police Walker, Perla was asking him in an interview. I think it was his last interview. Yes, she asked him about the 911 call, and he said he will not be releasing the 911 call until the investigation is over. And Perla was even saying that that's really strange because she, in different cases, she requested 911 calls from the police whilst the investigations were still ongoing, and those were released. So even she found that strange, but he said for as long as the investigation is open, they will not be releasing the 911 call. You triggered my memory there. My memory is so bad, though. No, Miss Jensky wasn't released because the chief of police from Cal City was saying that they won't be releasing it. Did you guys know that AV Watchman was handing out banners as well? I don't think that is related to Rosanna Wills, but I think it was on Sunday that he went live and there was a gathering of people. They were lighting candles and he was selling banners, I believe. Alice is saying, oh, they know we'll rip it apart. When the case is no longer open, it will be public record. Hope soon. I hope so as well, very soon. Yeah, of course, everybody would rip it apart at this point, I think. I for one, would be really curious to hear the way that Rizal speaks and what he says. Yes, you are right. Yes, just like we dissected the press conference from Rizal and Jacqueline West. I mean, seriously, guys, everybody was on that. Everybody, all YouTubers on Facebook, on Twitter, social media, everybody, YouTube creators, they were all analyzing that interview, that press conference. It was just unbelievable and also amazing the response on it. JD, now you're ready for sleep with your belly full. Isn't it a bit too late to be eating curry? I know, Alice. I envy him. We just had curry last week. My husband cooked it. I don't know how to cook it. Hi, Drag McCoy. Isn't there a way to get copies of the search warrants from the courts? I don't think you can. If they are not releasing even the 911 call, I don't think that they would be public record. I'm not quite sure. I'm not very familiar with the law in the US, but I think that if they are part of the ongoing investigation. Yes, it's my fault. See, it's what? It's like 1 o'clock in the night here. This week, we've been doing lives every single night. I'm shattered, honestly. But this is like the only time, and like I said previously, whenever we can, we just jump on the computer and just do a live. But you'll have many more night lives. Alice is saying you can request it during an open case. In a case like this, it will never be approved. No, I don't think it would be approved either. It's a good thing that you can request it though when there is a case, when the case is still open. But I don't think that in this particular case it would be approved because of the publicity around it. So Ms. Jansky is saying no, you can't get copies of the warrants. Honestly, I for one have no idea. Are you, Ms. Jansky, are you in the US? Okay, guys, question. Who from the live chat right now is in the US and who from the live chat right now is in the UK? I am in the UK. You already know that. I am in the UK, but I am not from the UK. Just clarifying in case you didn't know that, but I think you already knew that. TJ Cook is saying he also told the realtor that he had 4 boys. Yes, yes, he did. Yes, that's very true, and that's also telling. He told the realtor that he had only 4 boys. Is it so? Let's say that you look at it at this from the outside without knowing what happened with Orrin and Orson West. Could there not be a possibility that he said he only has 4 boys to sort of hide expenses? You know, I think that, for example, if I am renting a property or if I am applying for a loan, they ask me for the expenses, how many dependent children I have. So could it not be also possible that the reason why he said he's got only 4 kids was purely for financial reasons, for the loan or anything like that? What do you guys think? Hey, JD UK, Treg McCoy, I'm in US, yay. Request you can get body cam and the things, interrogations, UK, US. So we have viewers from UK and the US. That's great. CV, hello. Maybe because the adoption wasn't final. That I'm not sure. But didn't they weren't the boys already adopted when they moved to Cal City? The boys were already adopted. They adopt them in 2018, and they moved to Cal City in 2019. No, 2020. Hold on, I'm getting confused. By which question? I'm getting confused again. Oh, the thing with the 4 boys. Yes, I was trying to say that let's not think that something happened to the boys. Let's just think from outside, right? So is it not possible that the reason why Trizell would have said he only has 4 boys purely for financial reasons when he got the mortgage? As in, for example, when you apply for a loan, you are being asked about expenses, about how many kids are dependent on you, about your dependents. And is it possible that he only said he's got 4 kids purely for financial reasons? So he doesn't show that he's got expenses for expenses, so many expenses, because when you have 6 kids, for example, the expenses are higher. I don't know. Am I explaining it right? I feel like I'm confusing myself even more with this. Ria is saying, would he say 4 because he considered the 4 was his bio and adopted and so fostered, so only temporary? That can, yes, that can also be a possibility. I mean, it's really easy at this point, knowing what we know, to read anything from the information we have. But if you take a step back and look at it from the outside, without thinking that you know what happened with Orrin and Orson, there can be a lot of other options as to why he only said he has 4 boys. But the thing still is that when he went to pick up the keys for the house in Cal City at the estate agency, the realtor went outside to the van and she checked to see if the kids were there, and she said that the kids were at the back in the back of the van. She opened the doors to the back of the van. She saw their kids there, but she couldn't really make out how many of them there are, and they were also very silent, it seems. Track is saying, I just applied for a mortgage and it didn't ask for dependents. Oh, right, okay. Well, I think that here in the UK, at least when you apply for a loan, is asking for dependents. So I thought applying for a loan and the mortgage, they are quite similar and the requirements would be similar. Yes, it was Anne Elise who actually called the realtor. She's got the YouTube channel 10 to Life. And Annalise was saying that the realtor told her on the phone this was the first time she ever heard there were 6 kids. Ria is saying, would having adopted and foster children in the state would help with securing a home? That is a very, very good question. A very good question. I'm going to try and see if I can find some details on it. I am not sure. I know that they needed to show that there is enough space for the kids to live in, but I'm not sure if they would get any help. I will need to do more research than this, so I don't want to keep you guys waiting whilst I look for info. All right, Miss Jensky, I get it. Yes, got it. So Trag McCoy is saying it does ask for all sources of income and W-2 forms and wage statements and also checking account printouts for 45 days, right? So they are being asked for all these things. So then it is possible that perhaps if they are getting their money from fostering and adopting, then it's possible that it was taken into account as an income from their statements. I don't know. Yes, yeah, that's what they did during their conversations. They started getting really friendly with each other and spending a long time talking. It ended up in them talking almost on a daily basis about conspiracies and holistic living and all these kind of things. JD is saying, was they having an affair? The person who loaned the woman linking in with the sex shop, maybe they were swingers like the McCanns. Nobody thought that really. Well, the realtor said that they were not having an affair. It was just a close friendship that they had, and also she felt sorry that the transaction takes so long to go through, and all the purchase of the house and the documents and everything. So they started talking to each other, but it seems they didn't have an affair. That's what she said. I'm not sure otherwise. Ria is saying, asking Alice, do you mean the other two foster children were due to be adopted also? Ah, Alice is saying he had to have lied about where his income was coming from. Not hard to be self-employed. My husband even has a tax ID for his side work. Yes, but then oh my God, I can't talk anymore. When you are self-employed, don't you need to declare your income and have it like a yearly thing where you declare your income statements and all these kind of things? You are back after so long.
Sorry.
Bernadette, hi, thank you for joining.
What's going on?
Well, I was just talking about the latest developments in Orrin and Orson West case.
Yeah.
Do you want me to refresh it? It's not very long. So, if you were not aware, the Bakersfield police took over the investigation of Orrin and Orson. Yeah. No, Bernadette here, she just joined. Yeah. So Bakersfield police took over. Now the chief of Bakersfield police, Greg Terry, had an interview taken by K Get News, and he said that the reason why they took over the investigation was because there are a lot of facts and circumstances surrounding Bakersfield location. So they felt that it was much better for them to take over the investigation. Also, there is a historical connection in Bakersfield. The boys are from there, the adoptive family is from there, and at this point they don't have any suspects. They interviewed quite a few of the family members of the adoptive family, extended family as well. They've also interviewed a few sex offenders, yeah, in connection to this, and some other individuals as well, which they didn't disclose who those were.
No.
As it stands right now, the adoptive parents and the adoptive extended family, they are still cooperating with the police. They have been in for questioning quite a few times, and this includes the other four children. So those are being those. That's very rude. They are being also questioned by the police. Obviously, they will not be saying what they are questioning them for. But he did say, the chief of police said that they are not releasing any information and they won't be releasing any information because they don't want to damage their investigation. The only way they would be releasing info is if by any chance the community and the public would be in danger of something. That's only the only time when they would release info on this. Then also Rosanna Wills, the biological cousin, she really says that she wished Bakersfield would have taken over quicker than they actually did, because of obviously they are a bigger police force and they have more resources and things to their disposal than Cal City Police. And she is also making and sending out banners. And also it seems by what she's saying that a woman gave her money to make around 200 banners to send out. Almost 100 of them were sent out already in the state, outside of the state, and also internationally. I believe one of the banners was sent in Canada so far. So the billboards, about the billboards, there are 4 billboards put up in Kern County, and there is also a 5th billboard put up, and this was put up over the weekend by a YouTuber named Duty Ron. I believe that he's from New York, and he was the one who paid for the billboard, I think. And he also put up some money for the reward money. He initially had $2,000 that he put as a reward, and he increased that to $3,000, which makes the reward money as it stands right now at $123,000. So that is basically everything that I have for you.
But I was calculating a bit, but it was already at $122,000.
Yes. Yes.
So if you put 3,000,
Yeah.
that's 125, isn't it?
Well, I don't know. That is what they mentioned in the interview.
Does it?
I don't want to say anything differently than
Yeah.
what's already been said, because
It's fine.
Alice is saying people like this know how to work the system. They know every trick for the mortgage company. Yes, I agree with that. Yes.
Yeah, for example, for us, it's going to be very difficult to get a house because we will be, through everything, really. They will. It's not easy. It's not easy, but for them it was easy. I don't know how. Um,
Miss Chesky, is not easy to trick a mortgage company. You need proof of everything. Yes, that's very true. So Treg McCoy is saying the realtor is not the financial officer for the mortgage.
no, the realtor is actually acting as a broker, maybe.
No, what?
No?
What broker?
Sort of like as we call it, broker.
No, it's the estate agent in the
Is
UK.
it?
Yeah.
How? I don't know.
So they probably have a mortgage officer or something like that over there.
Oh, right.
So Alice is saying, yes, unless the business is new, he would have been able to falsify some documents. I can't imagine what mortgage company would give them. I have no idea. That's why first, when we first heard about Orrin and Orson West case, honestly, I told my husband, look how easy people in America get a house and a mortgage. And at one point, my husband was even joking, saying, okay, come on then, let's go to America and we'll buy a house there. Because I genuinely believe that it's so easy to get a house in the US, a mortgage.
I don't know. But he didn't have a job. She didn't have a job. So how come did they get mortgage for a house? Seriously, I don't know.
CV is saying Bio is from there too, I believe. Yes, the Bio family, yes, is from there as well, from Bakersfield. Bernadette, I would like to think they are getting close. I really do hope so as well, that they are getting close. And I also think that there is a particular reason why Bakersfield police took over the investigation. Obviously, they do know more than they are telling us. It's possible that they also believe that the boys were never in Cal City. The chief of police, Bakersfield police, actually put out a public notice saying that anyone who has any information in any sort of context or has been in touch with the boys in the period of 1 year before they disappeared. So there must be a reason to it there. Alice is replying to Miss J. Well, this particular mortgage company got hoodwinked. They gave money to people without an income. They did.
So what did they get then?
What did they get?
The house. So what? I don't know.
I have no idea. I have no idea how. I honestly don't have no idea. JD saying, due to an amazing person. Yes, he is a retired NYPD police officer. Yes. And honestly, it was a really, really nice gesture from him to do what he did. I mean, he was not forced to do anything, as in financially, to put up a billboard. It is really commendable for him to do that, honestly. There's not a lot of people who are involved so much financially in a missing persons case if they are not related to them. But he also seems to be live almost on a daily basis, and I believe that he is also going to the area, just like AV Watchman. AV Watchman is boot on the ground every single day there in Bakersfield, around Bakersfield, Cal City. It is really amazing how many people are pulling together and trying to find out what happened with the boys.
Yeah, but the police at this stage, they know more than people walking around looking for them. No matter what they try to do, well, nobody knows for sure what happened. It's only the police that needs to solve the puzzle. That's all.
Yeah, but I think that the most important thing is that a lot of people are still trying to find clues or
Yeah, but
evidence, and they are leaving them.
the other advantage to this people try to find and raise awareness and try to get deeper and deeper into this case, and the police needs to work around the clock to sort it out.
Yeah, it's like the police is under pressure from the public. Yes,
So
yes.
this makes sense, you know. I mean, if there wasn't for the public and for the social media to come forward with so many cases, we wouldn't know these cases happen.
No, I think
we wouldn't know anything about
yeah.
it. But see, it's a good thing they come forward, and it's a good thing that people try to do something, at least to raise awareness. Seriously, yeah, that's a good thing.
I mean, yeah, all we can do, honestly, especially us from here, because we are in the UK, all we can do is to keep talking about them, keep, making videos, going live, raising awareness, because you never know. Someone maybe will share this video and someone else will see it, and maybe someone else will know something and they will contact the police. You never know where you can get by doing that. So Bernadette is saying, do you know if any of the adoptive family has been doing anything publicly to find the boys? As far as I am aware, nothing. I know about the biological family. They've been doing that, but I haven't heard anything or seen anything about the adoptive family. It seems to me like at least Jacqueline, she seems to be hiding. She seems to be in hiding. I don't know about Rizal. If he was spotted after being seen by AV Watchman with his dog, I don't know if he's been spotted, but it seems like they are in hiding and they seem very silent.
Yeah.
Miss Jansky, what is interesting is what the police are not saying. They haven't told the public there is a child abductor out there. Yes.
Well, apparently they have, as the well, Chief Walker was saying as well, same thing as this one from this in
Greg Terry.
Greg. You are saying same thing that they have plenty persons of interest. So
Yes, but going to the point what Miss Jansky is making, there is a child abductor out there. If the police would believe there is a child abductor out
yeah,
there, they would definitely come out publicly to say that, so that the public knows to be on the lookout and to
yeah.
make sure that they keep their kids safe.
Yeah, that probably that's why Chief Terry said in the last interview, he mentioned that if there is a reason,
If there is any danger to the
any
public,
danger to the
yeah,
public, we will come forward with some information.
yeah, which
But
means
after that point, they don't come because they have to do their own investigation and sort out everything.
which probably means that they are not thinking that someone took the boys from there, from Cal City House. So they are not thinking that there was an abduction.
No, I think it's foul play, the highest rank, and you know something happened there. But I didn't see the boys in Cal City, and that's my belief that they weren't even there.
Yes, that's what
That's what
I
I
believe
believe.
as well. CV is saying adoptive families keeping low profile because of threats and harassment. Again, I have touched this point in one of our other lives, and I have seen the grandmother's interview, I believe it was, where she was crying and very sad and very upset that people are targeting them and they are being harassed. But not once has the adoptive family ever questioned, are the boys okay? Are the boys safe? They didn't even mention the boys. All they do is mention themselves, like how they are not safe, like how the public is harassing them, and how they are being threatened. You know what? If I would be a parent who just lost their child, whose child just went missing, I couldn't care less of what other people believe about me, really. And to go in an interview and say that they are scared for their lives and whatever. I don't know.
No, no, you did
It's just off.
point it out a bit wrong there.
Me?
But yeah,
What?
but you wouldn't. I'm pretty sure you wouldn't just sit in the house and in hiding.
Well, I
Seriously, I
wouldn't.
would
No.
I would go out and look for them for sure. That's not possible, But they don't do anything. That's nothing said that they do something about this to find a voice. So that means they know something happened and they don't want to share. I don't know. I don't know, but if there's, I mean, what did they go for the test?
Hmm?
They went for the test for
They
the
went
polygraph,
for
isn't it?
the polygraph test. Yes,
So
the
does
document
that
reserve.
does that polygraph say something or not? Because I don't know. The police didn't share
They
anything
didn't
about it.
divulge the results
Mm.
of the polygraph. All we know is that the parents took the polygraph test,
Oh yeah,
but they didn't say
yeah.
anything about it. So let's see. JD is saying Life to 10 said the loan was to show that he had money in the account in case they couldn't pay the mortgage. And then Alice is replying to JD, that's how mortgage companies do it when they lend, but they didn't have 130 grand in there. Oh, that's a lot of money, honestly. It is, yeah.
Uh, right.
Yeah, and where could he have gotten the loan from? Who would approve that loan if there was no income?
I don't know.
It still doesn't make any sense how they got that
I don't know.
house.
I was thinking something was fishy about the money because I never I never had um, the idea of thinking about the mortgage. I was thinking about he probably got the money from somewhere, from someone or something. I don't know. But I don't know.
I don't know, but still they would have to prove their finances in a way or another, their income. Someone doesn't just give you a house and a mortgage just like that for the sake of giving you a house. Then everybody would have houses.
Yeah.
Yeah. Alice is saying, I looked all in the yard for them, up the block, even talked to a gentleman if he seen two little black boys. Oh, wow, even asked the man a question. Amazing. I know, right? And they even searched for a whole 6 minutes. Trizelle, I mean, because Jacqueline didn't even get out of the house because it was so cold for her. Yet it was okay for the boys that they were out there in the cold while she was wrapping Christmas gifts. Bullshit. This is not like proper swearing, is it? No. Trag McCoy is saying maybe someone co-signed. Oh yes, that can be, and it's not revealed that they did. That can be a possibility to show for the extra income. You know, like you can get here a guarantor or something like that. Alice is saying, I always think that whoever in the room that never talked is a spy for the West. Oh, what are you talking about, Alice? Which room?
In here.
In here?
Maybe, I don't know.
Or a borrower, a co-borrower, what?
Yeah.
It's always at this time that I'm struggling to read everything.
It's because you are too sleepy, too tired, maybe.
Probably.
I don't know. Have some more coffee, please. Yeah. Okay, good.
Yeah, my coffee's here.
Yeah.
24/7 coffee.
Yes.
So Alice is saying cosign wouldn't get approved for people without a mortgage. Would have to be somebody taking out the whole mortgage with them. So who could have done that? If hold on a minute. So you know that the grandparents, the parents, the adopted grandparents, they live in a house in Bakersfield, right? And apparently they have some sort of a registered business, like an ice cream business. What if they were the one helping them for the income?
Oh. I don't know. I don't know because
like co-borrowers.
That's not that information is not given. So
No.
it's pretty much sort of it's like how do you call it? Something personal, like personal information.
Yes,
you
confidential.
Can't share it confidential. Yeah.
Confidential. What did JD say and I missed it?
No, he didn't say anything. He just said the co-borrowing thing seems to be plausible. But
Yes, it is. Yeah.
yeah.
I don't know what's happening there with JD and yes, JD. I don't know what you're
About the coffee and that you
Oh
are
yes.
sleepy.
Oh, okay.
She totally forgets from this hand to the other hand.
That's why.
That distance, she just in few seconds she forgets.
That's why I always have notes. Can you see my notes here? Because I don't have memory. No, my memory is completely gone. I cannot remember anything. But ask me when I had my kids in the hospital if I remember something. Of course, I remember everything.
Or maybe he was saying
about this.
The spy.
Never mind. You see, I'm already gone. I'm already gone to sleep now.
Yeah. Oh my goodness me.
Yeah, JD is definitely the double agent. Yes, I completely agree with you, Alice. Yes, he must be the one. He must be. Yes, that's why he probably asked to be a mod as well.
Yeah, probably.
Okay.
whoever gets the mortgage, like they live in the house, isn't it? Sort of like that.
I don't know.
Ah,
I don't know, Miss Jansky, what you meant with the horseback. Horseback?
yeah.
Horseback, yes.
So what else did you?
Agent D. I talked about everything
All right.
already. I covered everything because when I drink coffee, I'm hyper and I cover a lot of things at once.
Right. So that means I can't say anything then.
Yeah, you can say if you want to
Mm.
say. Yeah, Agent D. I like that. I like how that sounds. Agent D in the
Yeah.
house, in the Agent D in the room, in the chat room.
So what if appears as on the address, but it
Oh,
doesn't live there?
oh, I get it now. So the mortgage holder has to live in the property.
Yeah, that's what I
Mhm.
meant by living in the house.
Leave me alone because I'm
Oh
tired
my
and I
God.
can't process. My brain is not functioning at this late
Okay.
hour.
So
Yes, Alice, I agree with you. I was lost as well. But yes, right, they would have had to lie. Yeah, probably they just said they live there, gave that address, but they didn't actually live there. God
mm,
knows what happened there. It's just so frustrating when you can't get all the information you want.
yeah, because apparently it was just selling some beats on
Yes,
Amazon or what?
no, I don't know which website it was, but he made his own beats. He was selling his beats. The maximum income in a year would have been from selling the beats $10,000 around that
And he
amount.
didn't sell a thing because I've seen people talking about it.
I don't know if he didn't sell a thing. That's
Mm.
what the realtor was telling Anne Elise from 10 to Life when she spoke to the realtor on the phone. That's the income he said he had. However, there was no company registered. He didn't declare the income anywhere. He didn't pay any taxes at all, like having a business or being self-employed. So there was no paper trail there
Yeah.
to prove that he did have that income. So
So
who
how
knows?
come she took that in consideration then without proof?
I don't know. Something dodgy was happened with that mortgage. Something really weird happened there, I think. I'm not saying that the realtor is lying.
No,
She's
probably
an
she was
estate agent,
manipulated somehow.
but there must be something there. Something is wrong there
Hmm.
as to how easy they got the mortgage without any income, proof of income.
Alice is saying he sold for $100 range, no royalties side at one time fee.
Right. Well, I don't know. All I know, everything I know about this is from 10 to Life YouTube channel. So the realtor apparently was saying that he made $10,000 in 1 year from selling his beats. So I don't know.
Yeah.
Alice is saying agent wants to make money. They help people manipulate. Yeah, but if the realtor is the estate agent, isn't there someone higher up than the realtor who needs to approve this? Or perhaps if the realtor would manipulate, then she would know what is needed to
Mm.
show exactly what is needed
Yeah,
to
yeah,
get it
yeah, yeah, yeah.
approved.
So you think that the realtor has a hand in that as well, isn't it?
It is possible because they earn a percentage from the sale, don't they?
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
So they just want to make the sale happen. It's possible, and they also spoke for 4 months, Giselle and the
Mm.
realtor. So I don't know, but otherwise,
Yeah, so
the realtor would know where the mortgage came from. Yes,
uh
and she would also know the requirements to get one
oh yeah.
because that's the field.
Obviously, yeah, yeah. But my concern is he had no proper income. He couldn't prove anything that he has a certain amount of money that he gets on a monthly basis or whatever. Uh, Also, Jacqueline didn't have any kind of income. The only income was there from the kids, isn't it?
From
But,
fostering and adopting,
but
yeah.
nothing else. So,
Yeah, maybe things got falsified and to make it look like there is enough income. I have no idea.
I don't know.
But Track is replying to Alice. Yes, my real estate agent makes 2 to 3% of the sales. So the estate agent is earning money from a sale.
Right.
So they don't. I don't think that they really want to let it go so easily unless they work really hard to try and get the mortgage as a real estate agent because they have money to earn from it as well.
So the realtor then needs to be looked at because that's not right.
Yeah, that's exactly Alice's comment here. Yes, I feel when this hits the public, somebody at the company will be fired. And Alice might be right on this.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I mean, the mortgage company just gives the money. They make checks. They try to find out, they verify and stuff like that. But if the realtor kind of manipulates and tries to help, that means the realtor did something wrong.
So Track is saying Track just went through a recent purchase
All
of
right,
a house, so with mortgage, so he's like up to date with the process.
right.
And he's saying there was even an underwriter that checked my info for the mortgage company. So there are a lot of checks being done. I am not quite sure exactly what happened there.
Miss Jensky says the realtor bad.
We don't know.
We
They
don't know.
obviously they denied that they had,
Mhm.
but who knows? I can't wait for them to find the boys, Orrin and Orson West, to finish the investigation, and hopefully they can find the boys alive. That's our hope.
Well, at this point, I don't know. I don't know what to say. Um, so Alice is saying that her agent helped to cut some corners there, but
We had everything in order. Imagine if we didn't. I think she would have lied. It is possible. It's possible.
well, Miss Jensky maybe she felt she had I don't know. Maybe she was feeling sorry for them and tried to help because she gave him $5,000 as well, isn't it?
I'm not sure about the amount. I don't know if it was
Yeah,
5,000 or 4,000.
for $5,000, she gave to Trezell the realtor.
Yeah, she loaned money to him.
She loaned some money to help. Obviously, who does that?
Yeah, but if you think about it, because I already touched this subject earlier in this live.
Yeah,
If you think about this, if she is earning from the sale of the mortgage
yeah.
a percentage, then she would still give those money to him because she would earn more from the sale than the money she loaned. Well, I don't know. I don't know. So Miss Jansky here is saying the realtor gets paid by whoever sells the property. They can easily find another buyer. They don't need to have someone commit fraud.
Yeah, true, but probably she was feeling sorry for them, and who knows what she had with Giselle. I don't know.
I really don't know. But excuse me. According to the realtor, Trezel was manipulative to the realtor,
Yeah,
as in she was talking to him her preferences about her life, about how she loves
yeah.
that she is holistic and she loves the holistic living, and then he would sort of try to change himself so
She likes.
so she likes him. So if she
Yeah.
said that she is into holistic living,
Yeah.
He said that he's into holistic living, even
Yeah.
though he wasn't. Maybe he was trying to manipulate her somehow, to manipulate her somehow, because maybe later he knew that he would need something from her and then she would trust him. I don't know.
Yeah, but you see how easily they got the house. I have no clue what happened there. No,
Bernadette, has the police even given a description of what the boys were wearing? No,
no.
not as far as I know. No. They just released those photos
Yeah,
and
that's
that's
it.
it.
Miss Jensky says the birth comment was a typo.
Oh,
It
typo,
doesn't.
always typos.
Miss Jensky, don't worry. It still makes sense.
Even if it wasn't a typo. Bernadette, just nonsense about black shirts, red pants. They didn't even remember to lie about coats. So
Yeah.
no, there was no proper description really.
No. And nothing about the backpack either.
No, this is not about the backpack
No, but
conversation.
it was something about
This
the
is
backpack.
about when the boys went missing.
Yeah.
If the police gave any description to what they were wearing
Mhm.
when they were missing.
So that was in the shop then.
No, we are not talking about that because AV Watchman put the video on private, and didn't I say that we shouldn't be talking about that?
No, sorry, it wasn't that.
It was that. It was part of the same one.
No.
Yes, yes,
Mm.
the backpack. Yes.
Why do I keep saying this?
So Alice is saying description is on their police missing paper.
Yeah.
Don't laugh. Why are you laughing? Why are you laughing? They were both
Black.
last seen wearing black sweatshirts and gray sweatpants. That's all. So, black sweatshirts and gray sweatpants. That's very curious that they were both wearing the same clothing.
Yeah.
Black shirts and gray
Gray.
trousers. So black sweatshirts and gray trousers.
Yeah.
JD is saying, I'm listening, guys, doing some paperwork and quick shower. If you're off by the time I'm out. Goodbye, all, in case it's off the live. Okay, goodbye, JD.
All right,
Good night.
Agent D, D, Agent J, D. How would you like?
Yeah, gray sweatpants and black sweatshirts.
Yeah.
So that's even that description. I mean, they were 3 and 4 years old. Is it really? Would they really get them dressed the same colors? I don't know.
You never know, but
So know what shoes they were wearing, if they had jackets on, if there was any sort of logo or design or printout on those. Nothing. That's very vague, the description.
yeah, yeah. But that description should be a bit more conclusive, so people know what they were wearing. So they probably might have seen something and they might remember, or I don't know. But they need to give a bit more to that description. Not only gray trousers and the gray blouse. What did you say?
Sweatshirt.
Sweatshirt. Yeah. My goodness me.
I know, yes, track. I completely agree.
Yeah, no jackets
No
either.
jackets. So It was cold outside, and Jacqueline didn't go outside because she was so cold, but the boys went outside in the cold because she was wrapping Christmas gifts in the house. But it was so cold outside that Giselle had to make a fire. Yet the boys are going outside without jackets. How does that make sense? I don't know. No jackets.
Yeah.
Because the whole story started with the fire, with being cold. That was the purpose of him making a fire because it was cold, and that's why the boys were missing when he collected firewood.
They don't say anything about shoes here.
There's no mention of any shoes.
No. That's why I was mentioning that they need to be more descriptive.
I will actually put this on the screen.
You know.
I'll just save it and put it quickly on the screen.
About the shoes. Yeah.
So this is one which is better. Okay, I'll just put that missing persons poster on your screen in a second, so you can have a look as well. Where is it?
Just type. There you go.
So let's show it.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to say. They need to be more descriptive to explain shoes, any kind of accessories, so people know, because that's a good point to know about it.
I don't know. I don't think that the police didn't ask more info on what they were wearing, but I think that the parents just said that they can't remember or something like that.
So they are in the house, they get out and they can't remember.
Well,
Too many kids, probably, isn't it?
well,
And
they
too
were only
many
then two
and too
at
many
that point.
things to do. Yeah.
Yeah, too many things to do, wrapping Christmas gifts and
Mhm.
making a fire.
Yeah.
You see how without that fire, the whole story wouldn't make sense.
Oh yeah.
That's
yeah.
why I said in my analysis
Yeah.
on the interview that the fact that he was cold, it was the major point in the story to make sense.
Yeah.
Because without it being cold, he wouldn't have to make firewood, so he wouldn't have to go collecting firewood, and everything circles and goes back to the same thing that it was cold.
Yeah. So you need the reason for to get the conclusion
Yes,
somehow
yes, yeah,
and make the story sound good
plausible. Yeah,
and plausible. Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. But however, he opened the gate. He said, right. The boys were there. He he mentioned chalk, playing the boys with the chalk. Yeah.
Hmm.
He was gathering wood, some
And like,
whatever,
yeah,
and then suddenly they weren't there anymore, isn't it?
yeah, and
So
suddenly
they just disappeared,
they just vanished into thin air.
Yeah. So at 3 and 4 years old, vanish. They vanished in that deserted place.
Yes, without
Yeah.
someone seeing them.
And they ran so quick that nobody was able to catch them.
Yes,
They were like Tom and Jerry, those cartoons where Tom runs so quick, fast, that you are not able to catch him and see him. It's an incredible story. This.
It is incredible, and not only like we said in our previous life that yes, kids are fast, they
Yeah,
run quick.
but they get tired.
Yeah, the stamina is
The
not
stamina,
like
yeah,
yes.
the stamina is.
And apart from that, imagine, for example, think about this. Like we had Caleb today.
Yeah.
Like he was restless and he didn't stay in the same place for more than 5 minutes. Now, imagine 3 and 4 year olds, yes, you just put them on in the back garden on the patio to play with chalk. Would they stay for such a long time in one place?
No, no,
No,
no.
no. They would lose their patience.
He doesn't even sit down to have a proper food. He runs around all the time.
So Alice was pointing out something here. I want to double check on this, on the other one. Yeah, she's right.
Yeah, the height is
The
same.
height is the same.
Yeah.
I just checked another. What did I do? Okay, we are back.
Yeah, Coyote and the Roadrunner, exactly.
Alice is
Well
saying
pointed.
Bernadette, they knew it was nonsense. They're wearing the same outfit and they're the same height and the same weight. What? It doesn't make sense, does it? So they wear the same outfits, the same weight and height, although they are different ages. It's 1 year difference between them. They can't be the same height and weight. And the police is only putting out information what they receive from the parents, essentially, because the police is asking questions when they put the poster up.
Yeah,
So it's
but
what they receive.
it's a 3 years old and a 4 years old.
Yeah.
The difference is 1 year, and 1 year makes a huge difference because you have different height, different weight, and you look different, isn't it?
Yeah. Bernadette is saying it's going to come out soon to Alice. I hope so.
Hmm.
I really do hope so. I am a bit more hopeful now that Bakersfield police took over the investigation, simply because they are a bigger police force and they definitely have more resources than Cal City police.
And also, they said they need a year
Yes,
prior to the disappearance.
which means they are onto something, that's for sure. And also the involvement of the FBI. FBI again, it's a major help in this situation. So
But not only help, that means something is fishy there.
yeah,
You know?
yes, very true. Alice is saying, sure is part of me, can't wait for us to know. Yeah, I am exactly, I feel the same way like you. I'm just hoping that it won't take much longer.
Who knows? Who knows? But
Hopefully not.
they are just gathering the information now. They put it together. That's all.
Yes, that's probably what they are doing. And we have been live for how long now?
I don't know.
I don't know either.
You tell me.
I don't know. Started streaming 2 hours ago. So, yes.
Hmm.
So I think that, guys, if you don't have any further questions, we are ready to end the live. It's been like 2 hours now. The date of birth is
It's August the 4th, 2016,
for Orrin,
and June the 11th, 2017.
for Orson.
So almost, yeah. Is it? Yeah. TJ Cook says they changed the facts about height and weight later.
Who changed the facts? The police or the parents? Because in any case, it's weird. Because this is the maybe it's there is an updated one or
Um, um, see. See, update. No.
That this is not clear. I'm not sure that.
Oh,
You can't see because it's blurry.
oh, Jesus. So that means we have no clue then.
Let's see. Oh, sorry. Track is saying, can I mention the Car City police said they had gotten a new search warrant every time they entered? Yes, yes, they did. They said that that is the procedure, that they have to get the search warrant each time. So, so again, referring to your next comment here, when they say, what am I doing here? So when they say 20 search warrants, it could be same place more than once. Yeah, that's true. Yes. Because apparently each time they search, they have to serve a new search warrant. So that can be the case.
Yeah.
Maybe more search warrants on the same location, really. It's hard to get that many unless they have reasons and possibly potential evidence that they need to be searching the same place again. I think that's how it works. Exactly. Yeah, just like the point I was making. Yes, Alice, you're right. Or otherwise, it wouldn't keep getting granted. What am I hearing?
Probably.
Don't even say it at this time in the night. Track, it's answering to Alice. Yes, Chief Walker states that one of his interviews with is.
K.
No, I don't know that. Oh, KETV. Yeah. Yeah, he did say, he did mention the search warrants. Yeah, that there were at least 5 served on the Cal City home. Yes, and each time that they have a new one, they are going again to search. They have to serve another search warrant. That's how the procedure is. So yes. Miss Jansky is replying to Alice. You need probable cause to get the warrant, not evidence. Honestly, I'm not quite sure how that works, so I'm not the best to answer that.
They still need to go through the judge.
Yeah, they do need to do that. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, what do you say?
I think that we are ready to end. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's up to everybody. It's up to everybody.
It's been 2 hours now. All right. Thank you guys so much for joining our live tonight. For those of you in the UK, have a lovely night. If you are in the US, have a lovely evening or afternoon. Is it evening there? Yes, it's evening, afternoon.
6 hours. So.
Yeah, yes. Anyway, guys, take care and we will see you next time. Thank you so much for keeping us company.
Thank you very much.
Take care, guys.
Appreciate it.
Yes.
Take care, guys.
Bye.
Bye.